The content in this podcast is for informational and educational purposes only. It is not intended to be medical advice, a diagnosis, or a treatment plan for any individual. Listening to this podcast does not establish a doctor-patient relationship. Always consult your own qualified healthcare provider before making changes to your health, medication, or lifestyle. By choosing to listen further, you acknowledge and agree to these terms.
Welcome to Feeling Good, Feels Good with Dr. Tripp.
Welcome to a state of feeling good. It's how we live and how you could. Just know it's how we're all meant to be. If things are off, listen to your body. It can tell us exactly what we need. Physical, emotional, nutritional, or mentally. No need to worry, it's reached accessibly. No matter how you felt or what you've heard, well-being's for everyone, it's what you deserve. Ease and joy are yours once it's understood. No need to fear, because feeling good feels good.
Welcome into Feeling Good Feels Good. I am your host, Dr. Tripp. This is the podcast where we talk about total wellness and outright wellness. We look at wellness through four major categories: physical health, mental, emotional health, nutritional and chemical health, as well as lifestyle, habit, and environmental health. Today we have an episode, I will call it mindfulness, mental, emotional health, but this topic permeates into physical health, chemical health, as well as environmental health. This is a topic that has helped me personally, has helped people around the world for thousands of years. It's something that nearly anyone can benefit from, and you actually don't need any equipment. You don't need any special setup. All you need is yourself and your breath. This topic is meditation. We're going to talk about what meditation actually means, its deep, rich history, where it came from, and how it got to where it is today, the effects of meditation on the body, the different types of meditation, and who can benefit from each kind, as well as some interesting facts and quick tips and tricks you can do to help your meditation practice right now. There are so many different types of meditation and definitions. You can't really define it with one sentence. Some might say it is a focused awareness, attention, or stillness that trains the mind and calms the body. Meditation comes from the Latin word meditatio, which means to contemplate or to reflect. So during this episode, we're going to go through the effects of meditation, the history of meditation, and different actionable steps. But before I do, I want to talk about the different variety in meditation. This is not a one-size-fits-all, and while I know that we can all benefit from meditation, the different styles may not fit everybody. So I'm going to run through the different types of meditation, and I want you to pick one that you feel drawn to for some reason. Maybe it's not as woo-woo-y, maybe it matches your goals, maybe it's something you could see yourself doing in the future, or it seems like something you've been wanting to try. Whatever it may be, just pick one or two varieties, and I want you to keep those in mind throughout the flow of this episode. That way you can apply what we're going to talk about to your own personal preferences and come out of this more comfortable and with an idea of what you can do next. So the first type I'm going to talk about is focused attention meditation. This is where you focus on one specific thing, like your breath, a mantra, a candle flame, or even just a spot on the wall in front of you. The idea is to gently keep bringing your attention back to this area of focus. When your mind wanders, you refocus on the area you chose. This is one of the most common ways taught to beginners. It's powerful for increasing ability to concentrate, improving your concentration, and calming mental chatter, calming overloaded thoughts and racing thoughts. Next is open monitoring, also known as open awareness. Instead of focusing on one thing, you simply observe what is happening. Your thoughts, your sensations, your feelings, whatever's coming up, you just observe it without judgment. You're not controlling anything, you're just noticing it. This style is often found helpful to deepen self-awareness and improve emotional regulation. The third I'm going to talk about are movement-based meditations. like yoga or even Tai Chi. Meditation doesn't always mean you have to be still. Practices like yoga, Tai Chi, or even walking meditation can help connect your mind to your body. They help you be in the present moment. These are great options if you're just getting started out and you struggle with stillness, or you want to feel more grounded and strong in movement. Next is visualization meditation. This involves visualization, mentally picturing something like a peaceful place, a healing light into your body, or even accomplishing a goal that you're working towards. Visualization can activate the nervous system in calming or even inspiring ways. This is often used in performance psychology or even in spiritual traditions. This can be used if you are looking for new ways to enhance performance, motivate yourself, or bring yourself closer to your desired outcomes. There are some meditations that require a teacher and require very strict guidelines to be followed for sometimes up to 40 minutes or even an hour each day. Lastly, mindfulness meditation is very similar to open monitoring. It comes from paying attention to the present moment and paying attention to that moment on purpose and without judgment. This draws from some Buddhist traditions, but has been widely studied in psychology. This can be done through breath, focus, body scans, or even mindful eating or mindful walking. So while meditation might sound like one thing, it's really an umbrella term with many different paths leading to positive outcomes for yourself, your environment, and the people around you. So where did meditation start? The earliest written references are from around 1500 BCE, coming from the Vedic texts, Vedic texts from India, 1500 BCE is where this started, or where I should say there's the earliest record of meditation. These were sacred writings in the early Hindu tradition. From there, it became a core practice in several major traditions and Indian philosophies, including Hinduism and Buddhism. Buddhism emerged around the 5th to 6th century BCE and stated that meditation was an essential part of the path to enlightenment, a tool to understand the nature of suffering and the inner workings of the mind. Meditation evolved and was adopted across many different cultures. Taoist China, Christianity, and even Islam incorporate meditation into many of their traditions. Towards the end of this episode, we will get into some interesting facts about crossover on how prayer and meditation affect the body in similar ways. Eventually, meditation emerged as a common thread across so many different cultures and religions. It emerges as a way to train the mind, regulate the body, and access deeper knowledge and deeper connection. Clearly, over time, it has been shown that it is not a one-size-fits-all method, but it's actually a human response to being overwhelmed and overstimulated, and used as a tool for those who are curious about deepening their own self-knowledge. Fast forward, and meditation is now used in medicine, mental health, psychology, the school system, and even in the corporate world. After its early development in India, meditation spread across Asia and was adapted into new schools of thought, including Buddhism, Zen Buddhism, Zazen, and in Taoist practice in China. Each culture added their own twist and methodology, but the principles and goals remained incredibly similar: increase awareness, presence, calm the mind, and positive transformation. Meditation began to take hold in the Western world as well, popping up in cultures using Christianity, Jewish mysticism, and even Islam. The modern shift really began in the 20th century, in the 1960s and 70s, with yoga and Eastern philosophies coming to the Western world. There was even a boom in Buddhism and Zazen practice, especially in the West Coast. Psychologists and neuroscientists began to take an interest. What's actually going on in meditation? Why is it this huge craze, and why is it spread so widely and used across so many different demographics? Meditation began to become studied, and the benefits piled on, and the boom has only gotten bigger. Now used in places like schools, hospitals, therapy sessions, corporate wellness centers, yoga studios, and everywhere in between. So what is happening during the meditation in the body? The body is activating something called the parasympathetic nervous system. This is the part of our nervous system associated with the term rest and digest. This slows our heart rate, makes us feel calm, relaxes our stomach, relaxes our muscles, and decreases cortisol, the stress hormone. There's better oxygenation and blood flow in the body. Better oxygenation not only helps the brain relax and allow you to be in a better mood, but it can enhance recovery for athletes. One of the most powerful things about meditation is its ability to stimulate something called our vagus nerve. The vagus nerve acts like a communication superhighway between your brain and your body. When you improve the functioning of the vagus nerve, your body gets better at managing stress, lowering inflammation, improving digestion, and even stabilizing your mood. This is especially true during breathwork meditation focused on deep breathing. This means that just by breathing mindfully, you're literally strengthening your body's natural ability to bounce back from stress and self-regulate. Meditation balances out your internal chemistry, your hormones. It increases serotonin, the hormone associated with feelings of well-being and happiness. This contributes to the many ways that it decreases anxiety. It also boosts dopamine, the hormone of motivation and focus. This is one of the many reasons that people report being able to focus longer and easier after meditation. It even encourages the release of melatonin at night, your sleep hormone. Doing meditation regularly will allow you to have a better sleep habit. You sleep more soundly and recover better from sleep at night. Meditation literally changes your brain waves. And yes, our brain waves are frequencies associated with different states of consciousness. Meditation can increase your alpha waves and your theta waves associated with creativity, memory, and relaxation. You will literally be more creative, remember things easier, and be more relaxed doing it. So not only are there physiological, neurological, and chemical benefits, there are also psychosocial, emotional, and mental benefits. Meditation has been shown to increase self-awareness and emotional regulation. In meditation, this happens through down-regulating, meaning calming down a part of your brain called the amygdala. The amygdala is associated with emotion, especially fear, and is known as the threat detector. Through meditation, the amygdala becomes less reactive and your emotional regulation becomes better and better. Another really cool benefit of meditation is improved attention span. Meditation trains what psychologists call attentional control. This is your ability to sustain focus and resist distraction. Meditation shows enhanced activity in the anterior cingulate cortex and the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, the brain regions critical for maintaining focus and managing competing stimuli. Meditation helps reduce something called attentional blank. These are moments when your focus lapses. It's not hard to see why focus and relaxation and creativity get better and better with meditation. There's oftentimes major perspective shifts that happen with consistent meditation. People report feeling less caught up in their feelings. They are less caught up in their thoughts and their emotions. People will start to see them not as their identity, but just experiences. For example, somebody may stop self-labeling themselves as anxious and start to describe themselves as experiencing an anxious moment, the same way that you might experience happiness or hunger. These perspective shifts foster something called psychological flexibility, which is highly correlated with better overall mental outcomes. Meditation helps reduce rumination and worry. It's well documented that rumination and worry lead to depression, negative thinking, and anxiety. Meditation activates something called our default mode network, the part of our brain associated with free thinking. Thinking freely without worry. Meditation helps calm these cycles of over-worrying and negative feedback loops and opens the door for free thinking. This is highly correlated with less symptoms of depression and anxiety. So let's review quickly before we go some of those different types of meditations we started the episode with. Relaxation practice. This is effective for lowering stress hormones and inflammation and increasing self-awareness. Focused attention meditation can enhance executive function meaning your ability to carry out tasks by stimulating the prefrontal cortex and improving your control over what you give attention to. Visualization practice activates sensory and motor parts of the brain, like the visual cortex and premotor cortex, rehearsing experiences mentally. This can increase motivation, dopamine reward, and even increased likelihood in hitting your goals. Challenge-based meditation like vipassana or long sits can increase your emotional endurance. And in calming meditations, even quick calming techniques can reduce sympathetic nervous system, your fight, your flight, your increased heart rate, and increase parasympathetic nervous system activity, rest, digest, and relax. They can also increase the functioning of your vagus nerve, enhancing heart rate variability and emotional intelligence. After reviewing all of the benefits of meditation, and I did say this in the beginning that I would get back to the origins of meditation and give it a clinical perspective, as it was rooted in religion and prayer. I will say that so many of the benefits we discussed about meditation have also been seen in people during extended periods of prayer. So the effects on the body, the nervous system, and the hormones are strikingly similar between people who meditate frequently and pray frequently. I hope this all allows you to have an open door into trying different types of meditation, finding better emotional resilience, emotional regulation, calm and peace in your life. And I can't wait to see you all next time on our next episode of Feeling Good Feels Good.